What's going on, guys, and what's shaking, Chewy Nation? Welcome back to another ChewbaccaLemma video. Today, we are going to show off a bunch of filters and show you how I went from, basically, I started out, and now I'm at 1.5 plus million. I got an okay team, a solid team, and we've just been working the auction house. That's it. No points. Obviously, it takes some time, so whether you put your credit card in or you work the auction house, you're going to, it's either time or money. I get that part, but I like to do this. This is my thing. I like working the auction house, and the last sniping video we did very well on. I'd encourage you to check that out. But this one, we are going to show you a bunch of different filters and how I built that coin stack. So I started out at like 100,000, maybe a little bit more, because I had the game a little early, thanks to being the game changer, which is awesome. But I was able to get the game a little early, so I grinded a bunch of solos. There was nothing on the auction house. So I had my coin stack a little bit up, which you could do that as well just by doing the solos. Or you could start out with some cheaper elites. Now, I didn't do this because I already had a little bit of a coin stack built up. But if you wanted to start out with, maybe you have 50K or 100K, and you want to start out and just get a few snipes on there, and then maybe grind some solos while stuff is selling, and rinse and repeat. 81s are a pretty good spot to start. You can make a few thousand per card, pop up pretty often, so that's pretty good. And you're making coins doing solos or head-to-head while you're also making coins on the auction house. So you're kind of double dipping, which is really nice. So if you were starting out, you wanted to just build your coin stack a little bit, kind of a passive sort of income, coming in, I would recommend doing 80-81 when you're on the lower stack. So 80-81, here it is. They go for about 15,000. 81s probably sell for a little bit more, which we could sit here and wait, and we can see that obviously the superstars are going to sell for more, but you can see that these items at least sell for 15. So you have like a number in your head. 15, 13.5 after tax. So you got to make sure you pay less than 13.5 or you're going to lose coins at that 15 number. So anyway, we got to find a filter. So you got that. We know that. What I would do is you can find a filter pretty easily, but I want to make sure I'm seeing the newest card. So when you go through, you want to make sure you're seeing 59 minutes. I think that one was okay. There just wasn't anything posted in the past minute. But we go ahead, quarterback, running back, that looks okay. Again, we're seeing 59 minutes. That's really crucial. Okay, here we go. I could buy this. Let's see if I get it. I did. Nice. Got Devontae Parker there. So we get that. We know we can sell him for 15. That's not even quite 1,000 coins, so it's not great. But it was an 81, so we could probably sell it closer to 16. I didn't sit around and look for those prices. If you want to know more about that, I would highly recommend checking out my basic sniping tutorial from Madden 20, which I'm going to leave a link down below in the description, as well as there will be probably the end of the week will be my Madden 21 basic sniping tutorial on exactly how I find these prices out, what's the optimal price, as opposed to just telling you, okay, sell them for this, because obviously the prices change as you're watching this and in the future. So if you have all the tools, you don't need me to make a video every hour to update you with the prices. You can see for yourself. Okay, so tight end wasn't great. I'll go back to that here in a second. But yeah, we're just going through. You could do newest or buy now. In this case, because we're just looking at 80 and 81s, there's not a whole lot of reason to not just do buy now, assuming you've got a good filter there. Obviously, if you do newest is fine as well. But yeah, we just go through the positions. You're not going to see 59 minutes here because I'm sorting by buy now instead of newest. But yeah, we go through. The reason why I didn't like tight end, which I'll show you here in a second, is you'll notice there's just not that many. Like, you have Waller and Hunter Henry. There's just not that much of a reason to do that when there's just not that many items there. So yeah, you just go through the positions. You could pick your positions. I just like ones that have a lot of cards in them. So this one's, can we buy that? I know it's 13. We could sell them for 15, we know. I want to check real quick. That will sell. It might even sell before I have time to talk about it. So we see one at, so that one doesn't really sell for much more, so there's not much profit to be had. You could obviously buy it, but you're not going to make too many coins. But yeah, you just go through the position. That left outside linebacker doesn't look too bad. Again, this is just for 80-81s. So you could obviously bump this up to 82-83s. You could try some other things with cap value and such. So let's go ahead and just buy this Minshew. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this Minshew real quick. Okay, I'm not going to buy this Minshew, but I tried to buy that Minshew. I think let's see where the one is. So there's a 15-1, some 15-1s, 15. So I think I can at least sell it for maybe mid-15. So maybe like 1,000 coins. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. I probably a lot of times would not buy that. It was more just curiosity on how much I could sell them for. I wasn't 100% sure. But again, it's no risk. So you can always put them up for, we'll see if we get this here. Yes, let's go. So you can always put them up for 16, 17K. If they don't sell, you can just repost. The issue with that is, obviously, you're trying to get a passive income. You don't want to keep reposting. So that's up to you how aggressive you want to get. I'm telling you right now, they're going to sell for 15. We saw that early. They're going to sell for 15. Will they sell for 15.5? Probably. Will they sell for 16? Maybe. Will they sell for more than that? Most likely not. That's kind of like, that's up to you. Do you want to be aggressive and try to make the most coins possible per card? I'm not really in that camp. I'm more about, especially on the lower end stuff, is the higher end stuff I'll do that. But the lower end, I'm trying to get it out, sell it for a good amount, but I don't want to keep reposting because then it's just dipping into like, that's time that you're spending. That's auctions. You only get 20 per account. You can only put, you know, so many up. So if you're sniping a lot, you really don't want to be reposting. You got to take that into account as well. But again, that's completely up to you. 15, I'm telling you, is really good right now. We figured that out early. I'll talk about that more in my basic sniping tutorial, but 15's pretty good. 15.5 is probably even pretty safe. 16, we'll see, and then anything beyond is probably not too good. But we see that was pretty good there. I mean, that's 3,000 plus coins that we just made in that one item, which is good considering you don't really get that kind of coins on even like, you know, grinding these solos or head to head. Like, and you don't get 3,000 coins on a win until you get a few ranks up. So that's pretty good in a few minutes. But anyways, all right, so we did that. I talked about that. Obviously, legends and superstars and that type of stuff will sell for more, so you could take that into it. That's another little thing you could put in your head, or I don't know, that's not exactly how I want to word that, but you can just, you know, keep those numbers going. You know, okay, I can sell Jerome Bettis for close to 20,000. Again, this is just more of a just experience, just looking around. You don't have to know all those prices. Like, let's be, I don't know all these prices. I did not know that Tyler Boyd, you know, I don't know if he goes for more. I mean, I kind of do. He's one that I've sniped a lot. But I know that 10,000 was a great price no matter what. Jerome Bettis, on the other hand, goes for almost 20,000. So if I buy him for 15, that's a really good price. And you may not know that until you just, you know, mess around with the auction house. So again, you have to think about those types of things once you get more invest into it. But I just got a couple items that I knew nothing about really, and you don't really have to, and you can make some good coins. So 8081s. So that's a good place to start. Now then, as you build those coins up, what I did was, I didn't do 8283s. I actually went to 8485. So if we do this, we can easily tell by buy now that they at least sell for 40,000. 40,000, again, I'll go over this in the basic sniping tutorial, or you can watch my one from last year. But that is dead, like you're going to be able to sell them for 40. If you're not sure on why, I don't want to go into more detail in this video because it would just be too long, but 40,000 is definitely safe. If you sit here for a minute or so, you can actually see that some of these might sell for a little bit more, and some of them might not sell. 40,000 might be the number. We have a Tom Brady that has 5 minutes. If you wait here for 5 minutes, that baby might sell. I actually think good chance it does sell. It may not, though. So we know that 40,000 is a pretty good number for 84s. And then 85s, you see a Breeze sold for 50, about 50. So we know we can at least sell them for that number. And we'll just go with 50 for now. You might be able to sell for about 52. But so 40 and 50, that's easy to remember. So we got our prices down, 10% tax. Now we got to find a filter that works. So I'm just going to try all offense. This isn't probably going to work, but we'll see. 48 minutes obviously does not work. We want to make sure we're seeing the newest cards. So this is the filter that I did when I made a ton of coins. So that didn't work. There's several different things you can do. Obviously, you can go position by position. That's not a bad idea. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver. Depends. I mean, you could mess around with them, seeing which ones are the best. Running back, there's not a whole lot of them, so you could skip running back if you want. Wide receiver, and so forth. Wide receiver, you got 37 for Beckham, which is fine. Corner. Kicker, because you got Butker. I don't know if kicker's that good, but Butker is really good. I sniped a ton of them, so I really, yeah, there's not a whole lot there besides Butker and Lambo. Is that it? So that's not great. So you're like, okay, none of these filters really look that good. Here's where the fun comes in. All right, how do I get a really good filter here? What about using something like the search function? So I want to make sure I see 59 minutes, but if you do position besides wide receiver, maybe quarterback, there really wasn't, I didn't really feel like there was a great filter I found, and those didn't even seem that good. There's just not that many cards that fit it. So what about trying like a letter? So let me try like the letter T. I don't think this will work, but we'll see. We'll see. 51 minutes. Ooh, okay. Okay. So all the players that have a letter T in their name. Now, unfortunately, this is a glitch, or it's been in the game for a while. You can't use the search function with this type. So if I try all offense or whatever, I didn't mean to hit quarterback, it will be, wait, they fixed it! What? Okay, just kidding. It's all offense. I thought they... Okay, you can't do all offense or all defense. I'm like... Oh my goodness. Cut that out. I was like, what? I'm like, I just checked this like a day ago. So you can't do all offense or all defense. So that's really not usually preferred to do like wide receiver with the letter T. I mean, obviously, maybe something like that works, but we don't need to do that. So T did not work. So you kind of mess around with some letters. Let's try Y. Let's just try that. Let's see. So Y will not work. Okay, let's try. This is where I have fun. I don't know if it's like a mini game to me. All right, let's try to. We'll try to get to 59 minutes. Okay, we got 56. Ooh. Okay, let's try D. Let's try D. And of course, you could also mess around with the cap value as well. And so B. Okay, we saw 50. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh, of course, I was talking about it. Butker, I'm telling you, man, this guy's legit. Butker is the best snipe ever. I love that guy so much. I've made so many coins. Okay, so B looked good. So if I search by newest, you'll see 59 minutes. Isn't that just a thing of beauty? How good is B? Okay, 3 hours. Okay, that's good. As long as it's more than an hour. So yeah, I found a letter that works. So B looks great. So B, and I just simply refresh. All I do is go to any of these that say all on the side. If you just double click A, it will refresh the auction house. So I'll just go over here to any of these. I like cap value. Just double click and it refreshes. Do you see the loading down below? If yours is not loading too quickly, that could be your internet. You could try closing your app and open it back up as well, but that's that's all I can say there. But yeah, you can just sit here. We got a filter. We got a Butker on the very first one as I was talking. I'm telling you, Butker is legit. If you can get Butker in your filter somehow, you will make coins. Obviously, as I say that, if a bunch of people are going after him, that may not be but like, I have made, people that watch me on stream know, I have sniped so many Butkers. I had like 10 of them up at once, and they made me so many coins. So again, 80-45, this one's kind of been my money. Obviously, because Legends came out, you could snipe those as well. You can mess around. I didn't mention the program filter. But 45, not a whole lot of profit there. But you can mess around with using like Legends as well, especially on Saturdays when they drop. You can make a lot of coins that way. Legends just dropped and I was gone. I had a birthday party, so I wasn't able to take advantage of that. But that's something I can talk about later when I'm actually on and able to show you how good Legends are on Saturday, or any promo when it drops. They're always really good. But anyway, B. This looks really good. You're going to keep seeing cards pop up, and hopefully we'll see. So we got Gronk at 47. I actually don't know how much he goes for because he has that limited time card that actually, I'm guessing it's not a snipe, but he definitely goes for more than 40, I would think, just because of people are doing his, so that's about right. He goes for maybe close to 50. So that's something to know. If you see one for like 36, 37, 38, you know you can make him. It's not just one of those where you just buy and you don't really make anything. If you put them up for 40, you could put them up for closer to 50. But we got a good filter here. This looks good. I know we only seen the Butker, we made whatever, 6K on him. But we got a good filter. No, I don't want to buy that here. So I'm pretty happy with that, showing that. I really was able to just I took the whole market of Butkers and made a ton of coins on those. So selling that for 40 is really nice. Again, you can mess around with other letters. Breeze at 44. Don't forget the 10% tax. There's not a whole lot of profit to be had there. It is good value for training. Maybe you may want to buy it just for training purposes only, for that currency. But for sniping, you sell that baby for maybe 50. You make 750 coins. spending that many, you probably want to steer away from stuff like that. There's just not enough profit. It's not worth your time. For me, when I'm spending that amount of coins, I want to at least make, 3,000 probably, at least a couple thousand on that. So that's what I did. Now, after I did that, so I had it, I built my coin stack, kept doing it. Then we got a little bit more, interesting. So I figured out what all these things go for, and it's simply, we already talked about it. You go 86, 87. By now, we see that 86s sell for about 70, maybe a little bit more. 87s, maybe like 90, 95. So we figure out what they go for. We go through it, and then, so now I have all these prices going on in my head, just running through my head. And then I went through positions with Elite, just Elite positions. You have to make sure you see the newest cards, though, because there's so many Gardner Minshew's that doesn't work. I don't think usually the skill positions work, so I'm not even going to try wide receiver. But I went through all the non, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, maybe not corner. I think pretty much all the other ones did work. And I went through, and I just went through them. Now, this is a very advanced. The only reason I mention this is because this is what I did to build my coin stack. So I went through all of the different positions, and I looked for snipes. This is kind of my thing. This is the final boss. So after you learn your prices, you get them down. You have 80, 81 sell for this, 82 and 83 sell for this, 84s and 85 sell for this, 86 and 87 sell for this, 88, 89 sell for this. You have all this written down, or or you just remember it. It's only it's 10 different numbers. You may have to write it down, but you have all this stuff written down, and then you take on the final boss. And you don't have to do any sniping like this, but this is the sniping I like. There's so many things happening. It pops up, and you want to and you just do your thing. So I could go ahead and buy this Seymour right here. We didn't check his price, so I'm not going to. But I know the 82s were like 20. The 83s I believe are like 26. So that was definitely a snipe, but I should say a decent flip. I'm not gonna bother doing it because I didn't show it. Just something, again, we didn't look at that price. But yeah, you go through these. Just make sure you're seeing 59 minutes. Some of these that I went through, you weren't seeing 59. I think it was like right end especially was like very full. There was just too many cards up. But yeah, you go through these, and this is kind of what I did. And then, if you're feeling okay with that, so this is decent. This is feeling all right, so I did that. Go through the positions. Oh, free safety was very full as well. Again, make sure you're seeing 59. Free safety, I'll show you, it said 54. 54 minutes, so we want to make sure we're seeing 59 there. We want to make sure we're seeing the newest cards. There's not going to be a snipe that's been up for 5 or 6 minutes. So yeah, kicker is a good one as well. Don't forget about doing kicker. I don't know if punter is quite as good, but I like kicker. Kicker and punter both look pretty solid. But yeah, you go through them, and you got kind of, again, a good, fun. This is what this is like the mini game. I enjoy this just as much as playing the game, if not more. Working the auction house. So that's what I did, and it was pretty successful. Okay, I can't pass this up for 21. I know I said I wasn't going to buy that one, but I got to buy this one. All right, so we buy the 83 Joe Thomas. I can't not buy it. I got a problem. Okay, so we do that, and then now what I'm doing now. So I built it up, and that's been what I did a lot. Built the coin stack up, and that's really fun because the reason why I enjoy that so much is, yeah, you're going to snipe your 80s and 81s. They're going to pop up on that filter. You know they sell for 15. You're going to see some up for 10,000, sometimes even cheaper. You're going to buy those. Those are going to be great. You're going to see some 82s, 83s that I just bought. Sometimes 84s, the Bucker. You're going to see that. Sometimes you're going to see a 88 overall for 250 coins. Or a Khalil Mack, which I took a screenshot. I put it on Twitter. I missed it for, what, 400 coins, 250? I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was just 250. Whatever it was. A quick sells for like 330,000, and he was posted for 250 coins. Or a Chris Jones 86 for 250 coins that I missed. Of course, I missed some of these, but I also got some of these. Like I've got 60k snipes. I've got, and I want to say maybe a 70k snipe in there, and hopefully I'll get some bigger snipes here. You know, I've missed them. I missed that Khalil Mack. That's the one that I've seen, but that's why I enjoy it so much, because you have that big hit potential where you just never know what's going to pop up. And this is the final. I said that's kind of this is kind of the last thing, the last step that I do. I love me some team by team. So team by team is really nice because to me it's interesting. So there's always new cards popping up. You don't, it's not just refresh and hoping that a card pops up. You're seeing new stuff pop up all the time. This is advanced. I will go over a lot of this in the basic sniping tutorial. Maybe not even something as advanced as this, because it is called a basic sniping tutorial, but this is advanced. This is where you got to know your prices. You have them written down or memorized here in your head, and you know at least a baseline of what these things sell for. So then when you see a let's say Hunter Henry for 15,850, I know these things sell for 20,000, right? Like that's one of those weird ones that I actually know I didn't buy because I was too busy talking about it. But I know that a tight end sells for 21. Actually, it sells for maybe like 21, 22. I know he sells for more than a normal 80. But as you do it more, you learn more. You don't need to know Hunter Henry because that one's really obscure. But a lot of these you will learn, like, okay, I know that you know, whatever, like Tyreek Hill, you know, I know he sells for whatever, 300 or whatever he sells for. I don't even know because I have not been on for a few days, but you kind of get these prices down, and then you can snipe anything. You can be like, people will come in, or I'm streaming, so that's what happens. People come in and they're like, how do you know that, you know, Dak Prescott sells for 20? Like, how do you know? You know all these prices? I'm like, no, I know that 82s sell for 20. So Dak Prescott has to at least sell for 20. He might sell for more, but I know he at least sells for 20. That's kind of the idea. And yeah, you're not going to know all the prices. Nobody knows all the prices, but you do know, okay, these sell for 20, and you're going to know like Tyreek Hills and stuff as you do it, and you know, the expensive guys and Lamar Jacksons. You're going to get an idea like what those guys sell for, but really, you don't even need to know that. A lot of times on the snipes on Tyreek Hills, it's when people put Tyreek Hills up for 500 coins. Obviously, that's a snipe. Or 1,000 coins, or whatever. Those are the ones, I mean, a lot of times that's what happens. A lot of people don't put Tyreek Hill up for 100,000. It does happen, but usually it's, when you get a crazy big snipe, it's because somebody puts a really, really high overall for 250 coins. Why that happens, how they make that mistake, I don't know, but it happens. I could buy this Golden Tate and make about 1,000 coins. I'm just going to pass because I'm wrapping up the video. But that's kind of the idea. Same with Yannick Ngakoue, who just got traded to the Vikings today. But I think it was today or last night. So that was it. Go ahead and post these up. We know that this can sell for like 15.5 or 16-ish. If you're confused or you're intrigued or any of the above, or something else. I don't know what else I'm going for there. I could have sold that for a little bit more. Don't forget to check out my basic sniping tutorial. Come back, subscribe. That will be coming out later in the week. And then also, I will leave a link for my last year's sniping tutorial, so you can check that out, and that will help answer a lot of questions. That actually answered probably pretty much every question, but I do have some cool things that I'm adding to this one that will help people even more. That maybe I don't want to give too much away, but I think it will be very helpful to people throughout the year. So thank you so much. You guys are absolutely incredible. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like would be appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. And I'm heading out. That's all I got. ChewbaccaLemma out.